Hello everybody, welcome to my new Sunday market breakdown. Okay, so let's start with the DXY, the US dollar currency index. So we start on the monthly chart, and what we could see is we broke this clear selling region here on the monthly, with this first got rejected with that monthly bearish candle close, and then we received the confirmation in the form of a first and second monthly candle close as a clear break. So there wasn't anymore a possible false break of that zone possible. So if I go now to the weekly, the monthly is bullish. We had that monthly bullish impulse. Now we go to the weekly, and what can we see on the weekly? We have here that first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, and the fifth leg is now committing to the weekly take profit zone here. The weekly minus 27, the round number to the downside, I take it there. So I took my Fibonacci from the low here till the high, like this, the magnet on, like that, and we had here the minus 27 round number. So I will target here the take profit. So then we had here our institutional candle between all the blue candles. We have one red candle. This is working like a magnet, and we just had here the subtle tap of that blue zone. So if I go to the daily now, you can see we had here the tap. I wanted to see here the inverted and shoulders. We didn't make that. From this point, we broke this previous high. We didn't do that. We went straight till the upside here. And then what we made here already was natural M. So we can see one high, the same highs. So we expect also the same lows, which it did. And we went impulsively to the upside. So that was nice to see. And now I can see we have here a bigger bullish M for more upside momentum till the minus 27 on the daily, and the weekly is also close at that point. So if I go now to the 4-hour, we had here already a rejection of that daily zone of interest, but if we can get one push more to the downside, which is aligning with this ascending trend line here, and then we can form maybe diesel one candle, sorry, the first candle, the second candle, third candle with the blue for our candle close. I can take the long, so we can go to the upside to the daily TP right now. So yeah, that's what I can see. 4% take profit target like that, or we can make also another pattern in the form of the bullish M for more upside momentum, or the inverted and shoulders like this, shoulder 1 at shoulder 2 for more upside momentum. So that's what I can see on the dollar. We can go to the upside for sure, but I want to see one more tap here at this daily zone of interest, and then aligning with the ascending trend line. So my pairs that I have in mind this week are only two. The rest needs to still have some patience to commit. These are the two closest ones to watch the early days. So yeah, the first one is NZDUSD. So if I go to the monthly chart, you can see we are at the bearish driver. We are making here that bearish W for possible more downside momentum till this monthly lows, where the bulls are kicking in from there. As you can see, the bulls kick in very aggressively. Here we have also some nice resistance, some support, resistance, and now we can have here again support and potential again support here. So I expect to tap that region from the monthly. Then we can go to the weekly chart. And what can we see on the weekly chart? We have here that weekly impulse to the downside. We had here that weekly bearish W, that bigger bearish W to complete. That fifth leg now is forming. So yeah, we have that bearish impulsive move. We have here the weekly bearish candle close, which is an indication for me that I can look on the daily chart. We are at weekly lows here, but that doesn't bother me. I will look to the daily for a pattern. And what I can see on the daily is we have here that bearish W, and we tapped the institutional candle. So between all the red candles, you have one blue candle, which took a lot of power to take this as a blue candle, bullish candle. So it's working like a magnet. We tapped it, we went a little bit to the downside already. We have here also some support, resistance, support, and here institutional candle. So it's a nice supply and momentum with the descending trend line aligning with the first step, second step, third step, which is nice. So I went till the 4 hour. I took also my Fibonacci from the high to the low, and the daily TP minus 27 round number is 0.60250, round number to the upside, because the banks like to take profit on the round numbers. So I went until the 4 hour chart, and what I can see already, we had here the first tab, second tab of that daily zone, which is nice. Then I was interested, and now we have here a kind of diesel box, but this isn't at our 61.80 zone of interest. So I cannot take it right now, but if we have here some kind of bullish candle here, like this, close above that zone, and then we receive a red candle like this. I will show it again. So we receive here then the red candle, and then I can take my limit on that diesel box because we have that red candle close. And then when the third candle touches this zone of interest, this diesel box, then I can take the limit like this to the daily TP. Normally I want around 4 to 5% with diesel trade, so yeah, 4.1, that will be the case for me. And then I will take the first point of structure that is against me. So this is this, because this was our last higher low. This will be my 4 hour reverse point. I will take here some parcels out, and then I will target the daily TP for around 4.1%. So that's what I can see at this pair NZDUSD. So the last pair is Ethereum USD Tether, ETH USD Tether. So a cryptocurrency pair. I trade that also. So there is a possibility with cryptocurrencies also to trade. So if I go to the monthly chart, you can see we went very aggressively to the downside. So it's bearish on the monthly, but we had here that last bull cycle of 2018, which was resistance, and we got this as support with a false break of this monthly horizontal black line, as you can see. So that's a nice sign that this can be support for more upside momentum. So when I go to the weekly right now, you can see on the weekly we can form this week a weekly bullish candle in 9 hours from now. We can have a weekly bullish candle close, which can be an indication to look to the daily. So we need to wait 9 hours, but yeah, if this candle closes red, it's not looking any more good for me, because then the market is telling me we can go more to the downside. So I will go to the daily now. What I can see on the daily now, we have here a bigger bearish W for possible more downside momentum. But if we have a weekly bullish candle close, I can see here another M formation. As you can see, this bullish M on the line chart. This is the M for potentially more upside momentum to the daily minus 27. If I go back to the candle chart, you can see this M formation here. But what I can see also is we had here from this red candle, we have here the high, and we closed also at this high. So these are the same highs. So we expect the same lows also. So this daily low is my target. And if you look, I will just delete like this. If I look further back like this, you can see that we had here also a nice support. Here a subtle tap of that zone with bullish orders coming in. So we can have that also here possibly again for more upside momentum until this daily selling zone at this daily zone of interest. That's what I can see on Ethereum USD Tether. If I go to the 4-hour chart, you can see that we are making lower lows and lower highs like this. Lower high, then lower low, lower high, and possibly again lower low. So yeah, we need to see what will happen there. So I want to see here the price touching our daily zone of interest, and then I want to see the first candle, then a blue candle to the upside close, and then the retrace till this diesel box. So like this can be my diesel box, and I can take the limit along here, setting the limit there. Then the previous structure will be this one, because this is the last. This one is the last lower high. This can be my 4-hour reverse point. I will target for around 5% till the -27. So I take the round number to the downside, 1680, like this, 1060.80. Round number. This is my daily TP, like this. And we have now 2.9% till the daily TP. So I will just this here also, like that. And I want for sure 4% or 5. I think it will be 5, because we are already at the 100, and this is enough space. Like this, 5.1 like this. So yeah, this can happen too, or we can have here the close below and then the impulse to the upside, and then we can make the inverse and then shoulders right here for that shoulder 1 here, then the head, shoulder 2, then the limit at this zone of interest here, the shoulder 1 here. Then we can take trade the shoulder 1 like this. So we can take it like that. I will just do it like this, and a stop loss like this for around 5.1 or something like that. So yeah, we need to wait there what we can have, what we can create for patterns. So yeah, we need to have patience. The other trades this upcoming week need to have still some patience. I'm looking at the USD CAD. Already touched the 61.8 for the daily bullish M. We need to still have some pattern in the form of here inverse and shoulder possibly. So yeah, then Euro AUD, yeah, maybe the inverse and shoulders that can play out here. Euro NZD on the daily, this inverse and shoulder 1 here, then the head, shoulder 2, with resistance in the head here, which is nice to see. Clear supply and demand on the daily. So we need to have here some patience for around 1, 2, 3 days when this zone can be tapped. So yeah, then GBP CAD, the bearish W that can play out here. The first point of structure is this daily zone of interest here. You can draw it also like this. And then we can have here a pattern or diesel. And if that doesn't hold this pattern, then we can go to the daily highs, and there forming a pattern for more downside movement. So yeah. Then GBP also here a natural W. We have here same lows, then possibly same highs at the daily highs. I want to see a pattern or a diesel trade for more downside momentum on the 4-hour. So yeah, then the CAD also not the clearest one. I think I will leave it for that. We already had here shoulder 1 head, then here shoulder 2 with here the bearish W for more downside momentum. This is not the clearest one for me. Then get GPY, possibly a bullish M, natural M, because we have here same highs. So we expect same lows. We have here also supply and demand at these lows. This was clear resistance, support, and maybe again support. So yeah, this needs also some few days, 1, 2, 3 days, maybe. Then NZD GPY, here the bullish M I'm looking for. So what I want to see is first the 61.80 that got tapped and on the 4-hour a pattern. If we don't do that and we break below, I want to see here a pattern at the daily lows on the 4-hour. So that's why I can see on these pairs that need to have some more patience. So you need to pay also attention for Ethereum USD Tether, because this is a cryptocurrency and the patterns are less accurate for crypto. I tested them. It works, but less efficient. So yeah, you need to be careful for that. So yeah, have a nice trading week, everybody, and see you next week. Bye.